that of the staff and management of WNOV and W293 CX 106.5 FM Courier Communications Milwaukee, but are the sole comments of the host and guest of this particular show.
It's your chance to accelerate into summer with our multi-state text-to-win contest. You could win $250 in gas and groceries. Use your Civic Media app to text us this word, GRASS, G-R-A-S-S, GRASS. Good luck.
Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Keith Parris. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Give me a little bit more playback. All right. Good morning, Clark.
Who was thou with?
I know that throw you off, man. You know, you coming. Yeah. Hard playing drums standing up.
Symbols.
What up, bro, Debo?
How's it going, bro? Keith, how you doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing all right for a black man living in America. What's happening, Apostle?
Well, I've earned my A.
Yeah, you earned your A. Only because of neglect.
That's well, you know, sometimes you got to take advantage of the situation.
Only because yesterday of an oversight. That's the problem. You know, when you go in and they're establishing protocol and let me, the presiding bishop, all the prelates that are here, you know, Lottie Dottie and everybody, you know, because everybody want to be recognized, you know, for what they're. All right, let me do it. Thank you, Clark. Oh, okay. All right. As you know, we're doing Civic Media is doing a contest. You go in, you go to the app, and you put in the word. Am I correct? That's how we do it?
That is correct.
All right. Today's word, or this segment, I'm 9 o'clock, right?
Yep, you're 9 o'clock.
All right.
Yep, just for an hour.
Yeah, that word only lasts an hour.
Did she do hers?
Yeah, she just did her show. I don't know why she,
Yeah, well, yeah, hers played.
She just did her show.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So the word is
that what you call an Amen Corner?
Yeah. That's what
or the two dudes in the Muffets.
Wow.
What was their name?
I don't know. We pulled up their name.
Yeah,
that's me.
That's
me and Michelle at any event. You can't send me and Michelle together at any event. We like those two old dudes.
As soon as you said it, I just pictured them up in the corner.
That's me and Michelle cannot send us together, boy. And she always be looking at me like, you gonna hate first? No, you hate first this time. All right, here's the word. Grass. The word. The 9 o'clock word is grass.
Can you spell that, please?
Grass.
Oh my.
Grass.
Is that the kind of grass that you have when you do the cousin walk, or what kind of grass?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Oh my.
When you used to smoke, what did John Witherspoon call them? Those twigs.
Oh,
twigs. Those tweaks.
Smoking them tweeds.
Back in the day, we used to call cannabis grass. You got the grass, man.
You're dating yourself with that one, huh?
Yeah, man. This one takes you back. Oh, I like the 11 o'clock word too, but the 9 o'clock word is grass.
Oh my God!
Grass.
You're gonna wear that one out, don't you?
No.
Oh my God!
No, I just like that. You haven't done what I asked you to do yet?
Oh, I got.
You got it?
What? Somebody came. I figured you did it.
What happened?
You closed out this computer. I
When?
had something set yesterday.
Oh yeah, I did, because I have to be able to.
No, but
from home, I have to remote in.
No, but
hey
it
man,
got,
wait.
But it got other.
Okay, man. Yeah.
Messing up my time. Oh, we're in the middle of the show.
Well, I figured you did it. Like husband and wife.
Can I talk to you in the back here just for a moment?
And then we still loud as hell.
Still loud in the back. Loud in the back than you was here.
I didn't want the people here in the first place. Invite your mother them over here.
Oh, man.
Hate my job. All right.
We'll walk back in the living room like ain't nothing happened.
No, we gonna be, because we've been doing that as just a regular, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We good.
I
We
got that clip ready whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hey, y'all, and I know that the county executive, David Crowley, was in. He's also a candidate for governor of the state of Wisconsin. But you know me, man, we got to do equal time. Here is also someone running for governor of the state of Wisconsin. He said he was ready.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah. I done set it up, man.
Set it up good.
I didn't look to see what the clip was.
Oh, he done missed the mark. This cat missed the mark.
Oh, man, we ready?
Yeah.
All right, this brother is also running for governor for the state of Wisconsin. Can we play it now? Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
I'm trying to get it to play, man. It ain't playing.
See, you should have sent it tonight.
Just hold on. Don't
All
say
right.
nothing, Jermaine. I say nothing.
Somebody got to say something. We can't have any dead air.
air.
I said Jermaine.
Oh, okay.
Since it's your show, Keith, then you probably
Can have somebody wrote a book and they were in meeting. You got it now?
Y'all ready?
Yeah. Here we go. Turn it up. I can't hear.
Yep. Hold on. I got it too.
No, it's on mute.
Hold on. Don't
Take it
call
off the mute on the video.
Keep that muted.
Somebody got to say something. We can't.
Oh, this extra line is playing. Okay, put.
Okay, can we go back to the beginning?
Go back.
Me?
Yeah, because it's on mute, so you have to take it off of mute on the screen there.
Yeah.
See up there?
Yeah.
Right.
Francesca Hong and 19th District Representative Ryan.
Thank you.
You're running for governor, but you're breaking laws every day. I mean, why should Wisconsinites trust you?
Wisconsinites seem to trust Donald Trump and Tony Evers.
I'm TJ. I cover news in southeastern Wisconsin, and this is...
My name is Carlos Dixon, and I'm running for governor of Wisconsin.
So Dixon has generated a lot of attention on social media this week, specifically in this River West neighborhood. He's been stealing signs, political signs, specifically governor candidate Francesca Hong and 19th District Representative Ryan Clancy, who's running for re-election. Take a look at some of these videos he has posted to his Facebook.
I'll have that. What's the name? Okay. You know, we're not going to continue to put property over people all day long. Enjoy it.
First off, stealing political signs is illegal in the state of Wisconsin. But Dixon says he's not stealing the signs. He says he's holding them hostage, and he says he'll let them go when the state of Wisconsin is fully liberated. I asked him specifically why these candidates, and that's when he told me there's actually some Tom Tiffany signs in West Dallas that he plans to steal in the coming moments.
I see some Tom Tiffany signs out there. I'm going to go snatch those up if I get the chance.
He does not seem bothered at all by this being illegal.
If I do get arrested, I'll get out and I'll try to find some more signs.
So you're not concerned about being arrested?
Not concerned at all.
You noticed there that entire interview was filmed in front of the Milwaukee Police Department's District 5. Dixon insisted that we interviewed him there to show how much he doesn't care about getting arrested. We reached out to police to see if they're aware of his behavior, his videos. They told us they have no calls for service of it. As for how he thinks he's going to do in November, he is certainly not holding his breath. Do you think you can win governor?
Absolutely not.
You're running for governor, but you're breaking laws every day. I mean, why should Wisconsinites trust you?
You know, Wisconsinites seem to trust Donald Trump and Tony Evers.
I'm TJ. I cover news in southeastern Wisconsin, and this is...
My name is Carlos Dixon, and I'm running for governor of Wisconsin.
I got to mute again. You think you'll win? Absolutely not. He was out.
Wait a minute, they interview him in front of the police station. He don't care. He don't care. He's in front of 5th District. He don't care. It's like, okay. And he said, when I get out, I'm going to go steal some more.
So I got some.
He might win some votes.
That's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about. That's what he had loaded yesterday. Do it one more time. Do it one more time.
You got to turn it up.
Yeah. Hold on. I said,
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And what happened yesterday, I was, trying to give my sports knowledge, and I laid it out. The brother said, that is the dumbest thing. So it just got to be part of it, because everybody knows that's like one of the best parts of the Cosby Show. I mean, there was many, but that one where Theo laid that whole thing out,
and he thought he had it.
He thought he had him, man. I mean, he's making logic. He's connecting points.
He thought he had him.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? And yesterday, I would, because every now and then that twice taking logic kicks in, and I always say I just did it. You try to avoid universal positives always, every time, right? And so I kind of said that yesterday when I was talking something that Pastor Lewis has said. And one of the things that you learn in logic is that you can have a logically sounding, it's called a syllogism, right? It sounds right. But the word that they use is fallacy. It's still false. So what we do is the substance of what you're saying is suspect. How you say it, though.
yeah.
And so a lot of times I used to have a girlfriend, and she used to say all the time, she go, I'm serious. I go, Nixon was serious. That don't mean you right. It just means you serious. So anyway, that's got to be a part of it. We got damn, but that is the dumbest thing. That is I said that at a funeral. Dude got up and described something. It was something they was doing in a microwave. it always almost burned down the house. I got behind and said, man, that's one of the dumbest crimes a kid has ever. No, it was something else. It was something that they call themselves trying to cook, but end up messing up the food. And those of us who know what it is sometimes to be economically challenged, you don't be messing up none of mama's food. No. So they came in. Let's see what we got. Great Tuesday morning. Hey, Barbara Smith. Yes, this is comical. Let's see how many folks vote for him.
You won't be surprised.
But here's the other piece of it. I don't know if this dude has even did his nomination papers. I think he's just out there stealing signs. So he might not even be on the ballot. You know, you gotta, and obviously he's not on there in terms, unless he does something between now and August where he registers as an independent and then go in, which would, if he has enough signatures as an independent and there's nobody running against him and is acknowledged, he could go and be on the ballot in November. So we will see. There was the sister that ran for mayor. And what was her campaign slogan was, I ain't nobody's bitch. Yeah, this sister ran a few years ago. So talk about a fringe candidate. That is really a fringe candidate. But anyway, I saw that earlier and I just thought, but you know what it's called, folks? Democracy.
Yeah.
See, democracy. Everybody can participate, in democracy. And it doesn't mean, and that's the thing, when we hear that term democracy, I think a lot of times we think like democracy is always going to be good. That's not true. That is not what democracy is. Democracy is participatory, citizen participatory involvement. I just did two words. In the system, it is majority rule in most instances. And so it's whoever has the most votes. So what is it? One of the most misquoted scriptures in scripture is the race is not given to the swift, nor battle to the strong, no bread to the wise. All it's saying is that even though you would think on paper this person should win, every now and then, no more than every now and then, you get Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is a product of democracy. That's just how it is. Your candidates don't always win. When we were talking yesterday about why people may or may not vote, and what I was trying to get to is that we put so much emphasis telling people, you just need to go vote. We don't always educate them on what it is. Yeah, the reasons why you vote, understanding what goes into why you might want to select a candidate. Again, appearances matter and what people will attach themselves to. If you do a deep dive into voter behavior, you will find out that in many instances, people might have only one issue that they care about, or they might care about something that is, it came up, and I hate bringing it up, but it came up in the last national election. For some people, it was this whole idea of men playing in women's sports. Now, for most of us, that ain't an issue, but for some people, it is because, and I've said it before, and I've said this agnostically, people pimp your emotions. Okay. I can tell you on local elections, there's certain things that resonate with people. I had people who running for aldermen would sit up and talking about jobs. Aldermen, you don't have a direct impact on jobs. Now, you can go in and make sure certain types of jobs come to your district based on a business or something else. But in terms of dealing with wide scale unemployment, no, there are other economic factors out there that then impacts on who's working, how much you get paid, all these things. And then and we're finding this out now, that even though you go to work every day, there are policies they're impacting what we pay every day. Great example is this war with Iran. It's like it's having economic impact on us. And at some point, depending on how long it goes, I just saw something where there's a real concern that the strategic oil reserve is being diminished because America, those oil, whoever it is, they're putting the oil out on the market because they're getting all this money. That's the crazy piece of it. That, oil companies are not sitting up going like, oh boy, you need to open up the Strait of Hormuz. No, because they're making money hand over fist. When a barrel of oil goes from $40 a barrel to over $100 a barrel, somebody's making money. So that's democracy. That's our economic system, and we try to negotiate that and navigate that. So I don't know why I went down that little rabbit hole, but it's Tuesday, the day before. Day before. All right. And by the way, the 9 o'clock word is grass. Puff, puff, pass. Grass.
Oh, boy.
Use it in a sentence. Grass is good.
Yeah. Very, very, very good.
And all the time. And all the time. Grass is good.
Oh, wow. It's marvelous.
Or as my guy would say, that is correct.
Very succulent.
That's right. I love when he just go like, that's right. Poetry is just poetry. Let me do this. This is being parenthetical and some things you go in and I think Apostle, we have a ecclesiastic responsibility to make sure that people are accurate. It's BET religion. It's jingle religion. You hear certain things like, we'll get up and like by rote, God is good all the time and every time. And what we say? And all the time, God is good. It took the white dude to get up and go like, you don't even have to get to that second part. Just that's right.
Right.
You don't even have to get to that. But you hear people say things, and here's one of the things that I really push back on. It started in the 80s, kind of moved to the 90s. You don't hear it as much now because I think people finally theologically checked it. When the praises go up, the blessings come down. When the praises go up, the blessings come down. No, that ain't how it works. That ain't how it works. Your blessings, I need to tell us, is not contingent upon your praise. Your blessings might be grace, might be mercy. But, if you just look at your life and think about the many blessings in your life, and are those blessings commensurate with the level of praise? And praise in this instance is showing appreciation to the source of that blessing, right? That, to me, that's what praise is. Praise is an expression of appreciation. Okay. And so people don't always appreciate the blessings, but it's not because you sent your praises up. It's because of a faithful, benevolent, gracious God. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Parris. I got a quick question for you. Can you help me understand? I know there's a couple of people that I be around, and some of them always claim they saved, and they got all these morals, but they Lucas Oil approved. High mileage.
What'd you say? Say it again.
Lucas Oil approved. For them engines that got over like 200, 300,000 miles. But I noticed they always try to act a certain way, even though they're still being flipped like a deck of cards.
So let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw the question back on you. And I know that you don't subscribe to this, so there's a disclaimer. But do you think that one's salvation is what we are internally or what we do externally?
Well, I think it's probably internally, but what they do externally is totally different.
Right.
My only thing is, Just be who you are. You don't have to put on this thing like you have all these morals and you about certain class and your hotel room is slamming your hotel room door is slamming all night. And I would like to ask, was it Jermaine, if he can play a sound of newborn babies? Because I keep hearing these Negro spirituals coming from people's mouths sometimes.
Well, let me let me get on the.
And they're called the kids.
Let me get on the Negro spiritual. It probably is more revolutionary than sometimes we understand. We don't teach where those came from. Some of these Negro spirituals were actually songs used on the Underground Railroad to communicate.
But I'm talking about newborn babies.
Yeah, I got that.
But,
but you know what? Here's the other thing, Al, and this is I'm gonna be 100 on this. People can't always live their truth, regardless of what that truth is. We live in a society where we feel like if we can dress it up, but it is not who we are in terms of who we are on the inside. When we talk about, and I hate to use this religious term, but awakening, conversion, these things are something that's eternal. It's in your mind, it's in your heart, and then hopefully that impacts your behavior. But in our community, I can't speak for others, there's this word called respectability. We want to look like, that we're righteous. And look, righteousness is a very difficult feat to accomplish because there are all these other stimulations out there. And what I mean by righteousness is one of the biggest things in righteousness is that I am not as selfish as I would be, right?
So
because if it's up to me, the only person in the world that matters to me is me.
So you mean when you said conversion, so that would be like a slapback Seville with a blown head gasket. So all I'm saying is
I'm saying that at any point, and take it outside of religion, there is this point where man and or woman, you come to yourself where you do an honest assessment of who you are, good, bad, and indifferent. Hopefully it will then move you or move me to say, I want to get better, because it's all about just getting better. Nobody is arrived. Perfection means to be complete. Well, we're in a process of completion, right? I mean, that's our life journey. But I just think in society, it's like I would hear this, which was always amazing to me. People go like, look, I don't have a problem with gay people. I just don't want to see them. You got a problem. So it's like, and I look at that. I don't have a problem with interracial dating. You just don't want to see it. You do have a problem with it. So at least acknowledge that you have a problem with whatever you have a problem with. Some people have a problem with religion. Admit that you have a problem with religion, and then go in and look at what is the source of my problem with religion. It could be very legitimate. But all I'm saying, that's all it is. Like, we're in a constant state of evolution and evolving and self-reflection. And there's another word we use, repentance. Repentance just means to turn away from some bad behavior. But I think it was how we were taught. And a lot of it goes back to the plantation in terms of our religion and how religion was taught to us and what religion was supposed to do to us, not necessarily for us. So, I mean, we're still trying to unwrap a whole lot of this.
Well, all I'm saying is to those people who are saved, if you're saved, just be you. Because people are aware of your secrets. People know you're still being flip-flop. People know you're still high mileage with a lot of baggage that's holding you down. And when you portray that to people, that kind of really make a lot of people lose respect for you, because you try to portray something that you're not. And whatever is in the dark always come to light. And your secrets is never hid, because your secrets is already out when you're burnt out. Just like that engine.
All right, man.
Have a good day, everybody.
All right.
Live your truth.
Yep. Yeah, and that's hard, man, because it's just human beings, and I don't like to use the word struggle. I remember I was talking to a young brother. I really admire him, and we were having this conversation, and he was searching for answers. And I said, don't, if you would have talked to me early on and part of that journey, I would have said to you, do not look at yourself as a deficit. Look at yourself as just this neutral party that other entities are working on to try to influence you and all those things. Like, we're simplistic when we say the devil. Well, what's the devil? The devil is like this little caricature that we put out there, but life decisions are not this as black and white, right? There are a lot of influencers that go into the decisions that we make. And we can go against what is convention. We can go against what is considered a moray. Okay. I mean, sometimes it's hard. It's hard because human beings will tell you live your truth until you live your truth, and then they judge you and they hate on you. Why would I want to expose myself to that type of abuse, right? So it gets more complicated. You're listening to Community Voice. It's first Tuesday of the month. That means that when we come back, we'll be inside Be Healthy, Be You. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
FM.
All right, welcome back to Be Healthy, Be You. See, the problem when we don't see each other every week is then we got to get caught up.
I know we
Yeah.
need a half-hour break between when we get here, just so we can catch up.
Yeah, okay.
We'll have to work that into the schedule.
Okay. Miss Julia Means.
Oh, hello. Miss you. A lot going on in the city.
Miss Brenda Buchanan.
Good morning. Yeah, lots to talk about. On air, off air, a lot.
That was those are very nice pictures. I'm not going to put your business
Oh,
out
from
there.
Alaska?
Yeah.
Man, it was
Wow.
an incredibly beautiful place. I
Right.
had no idea. And so, of course, all the little places we went to are only accessible by air, the little seaplanes and boats, these little remote towns. And man, just beautiful. Saw humpback whales, orcas, bears, sea lions.
Some
Was
beers.
beautiful. Yeah.
Beers.
Did a lot of hiking and my knee held up.
Good.
So yeah, it was great.
There was a young lady on, and she was talking about people who were talking about taking summer vacations, and the whole walking piece. And I'd never heard this before, where she said, you actually train. Where you go out, you walk
Yes.
distances, you rest, you walk distances, because you're going to do a whole lot of walking.
Yeah.
And so just get your body where you're able then to go in and do that kind of distance walking.
Real quick, one of my best friends traveled to Spain last year and did that walk. I forget, it's days, she was there for a whole week, and she's not even like an athletic person, but she walked every day for months to build herself up for that. And she went by herself and she completed that entire journey with a group, but it took her like 7 or 8 days. She was tired when she got home, but I was really proud of her that she did that. But she did it because she felt like it would be like it was spiritual awakening for her, and she needed that to just do it by herself and get out in the.
When I was 13, they used to have something called the Hunger Hike, which was a fundraiser for hunger. And it was 30 miles. And I was 13. And we did
30 miles?
30 miles in one day.
Oh, that's a lot in
I
one
was
day.
in bed for 2 days.
Yep, I bet you.
At 13. I can
Mhm.
imagine when you're older. Why don't you do this? You all have an event coming up.
Yes, and so we have a caller on.
Yep.
And he is going to talk about the events coming up at Columbia St. Mary's this week.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Aubin from Columbia St. Mary's. How are you?
Slow down, because we were trying
Hi,
to
Aubin.
pronounce your last
sorry.
name. Slow down. Do it a little slowly for us.
Sure. First name is Aubin, Aubin. And then last name is Muzikowski,
Muzikowski?
Muzytowski.
Okay.
Oh, Mazapowski.
So tell us about this event that you all are having.
Yeah, absolutely. So Prevention in the Park is going to be this Thursday, June 2nd, from 3 to 6 p.m. at the North Point Water
Today is
Tower
June
Park.
2nd.
Oh, my apologies. My notes are incorrect. That's a great start.
We're late.
Oh, my apologies. That's actually June 4th. June 4th.
All right, go on. Man.
Yeah, June 4th, 3 to 6 p.m. At North Point Water Tower Park, which is directly across the street from Columbia St. Mary's, Milwaukee. We're very excited. This is our second annual Prevention in the Park event. And the idea behind it and the reason why we do this for the community is so everybody can have a fun, safe summer and have some great ideas on what they can do to prevent injury and just essentially stay out of our building in a good way.
Do people need to register for it? Is there food?
Great question. So it's a free event. There will be food and drink. And anybody is welcome. It is an open event in the park. So there's going to be multiple people from the community, along with agencies from the city, the Milwaukee Police Department. We're going to have Bell Ambulance there as well. And there's going to be some fire extinguisher training, some sprinkler training. I know sprinklers are a big hot topic right now. So we're going to have some sprinkler demonstrations. And then different ways you can stay safe, both in the water and in the sun this summer.
Mhm.
And again, it goes from when to when?
3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know a few people from our team will be there doing blood pressures and handing out some other healthy information on prevention of sunburns and skincare and that. So I know I was there last year and it was a really, really nice event.
And historically,
It was.
just in terms of just where you're having it, right? Right there, the water tower place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said your word for the day was what?
Grass.
It was a lot of that. There's a smoke in that water tower.
Is that right?
Oh. Yeah.
For medicinal reasons.
I thought she was going to say there's going to be a lot of pretty nice grass.
No.
There was a lot of grass before they built the buildings. Oh, okay.
Yes. Back in the 60s and
Oh, yeah.
70s.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
with the hippies, and they were very multicultural. I could say that.
Well, it's a beautiful area too. You got the big, it's
really
gorgeous.
Just
So yeah, I could see hanging out there.
And, and on a day like today, you'll be able to see the coastline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Right, Alvin. Well, thank you for that. We'll mention it one more time before we end the program today. Protection in the Park. That'll be June 4th.
Prevention.
Close enough.
Prevention. Protection
No, I
is a little bit
I
different,
appreciate
Keith.
the time.
Protect and prevent.
We are a Catholic
We're Catholic
institution.
institution.
We're not talking about protection in the park, okay?
That was what Alvin said, that sprinklers are a hot topic. Going no pun intended. Appreciate
I don't know, Alvin. You might want to come do a whole radio show with us one day. It's a lot of
I
fun.
was going to say, I think this could be a new thing for me on Tuesdays.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Yeah, Keith, you didn't go down to the. Well, I'm a little older than you.
No, that's one of the reasons why I lived on the east side. Not the weed.
Yeah.
But,
No, it was the grass. And I was just gonna say, when I was coming in and you were talking about the grass, and and I'm thinking about the whole connotation, grass, pretty and green, and then it went to weed, which is weed. The connotation of weed is not good. They crowd out everything else. They're not good. You want to get rid of. So I don't know why my brain goes that way, but from grass to weed.
And y'all can correct me. They said, well, grass is basically a weed.
Well, yeah.
It's the type of weeds that you have a problem
That we've
with.
decided we want to have
Right.
in the yard is the
Yeah, my grandma said when they had toothaches and stuff, they knew where to go to get it
in the
to
back,
get in the
weed.
woods or whatever. It helped them.
Baby, go back there and
It
pick.
was
This is what that plant
medicinal.
looks like. This is
For
what I want you to
medicinal
do.
reasons. For
This is what I
medicinal
want you to
reasons
go pick.
only. But I think it's good. Now, it's going to be really warm, I understand, but you're at the lake, so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was really warm last year too, but they really did have a lot of great information for people.
Makes a difference.
Poison control was there.
I'm
It
sure
was
things
really
like,
nice.
Things like Lyme disease, probably, because people out in the
And the
walk-
ticks are horrible
ticks,
this year
because
already.
it's been so dry.
Mhm.
Yeah, my girlfriend took her dog for her two dogs for a walk. She had to peel 6 ticks off of one of them when they got back, and they weren't
Wow.
like even in the woods. So they've been bad.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome back. It is the Julia, what have you been doing with yourself?
Oh, I've been doing really a lot, but we're doing a fall prevention class at Ebenezer with seniors. Do you know?
I could have used
falls.
that a week ago.
Or did you fall?
I heard about that, Keith,
Oh, my
from you
goodness.
on the radio, not from somebody else. But
Yeah.
I was listening to you talk about your fall.
It's the number one reason seniors have to leave their home.
Yeah, and his pride, he didn't want nobody helping him up.
It's all I had.
Get out of here!
It's all I had was
Where
my
were you?
pride. George Webb's on North Avenue,
Oh,
and there's I don't
The
understand.
one by me,
Yeah,
120. Oh, Keith,
I
you should have
didn't-
called me. I would have come got you.
I'm looking like a pretzel.
Oh.
I'm all twisted. But I don't understand, because 88. I don't know if it's like you can do one step, but it seemed to me if it was level, I wouldn't have had that accident.
Uh-huh.
But it was a stair, and you all know that, and the therapist told me this too. your body anticipates
Yes,
pain.
based on.
So it goes into a reflective action. So I felt a sharp pain. I'm getting like, ooh, and I misstepped, and I had on pimp shoes. It was just all wrong. And I was like, and then I'm already dealing with the sciatica. So man, yeah. So it just made it worse.
Well, Keith, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't fall, but I have tripped in that same location.
Oh,
okay.
Y'all need to talk to them.
Yeah, I think there needs to be some ADA stuff going on.
Or they need to make sure they highlight that in yellow or red so that it catches your eye.
Yeah,
and you know that there's a change.
We taught all of this. And one thing, we had a physical therapist come and he showed people how to get up after you have fallen.
That would have been helpful.
Yeah. And in the National Geographic or whatever numbers, Wisconsin has the highest falls. Our state.
Overpopulation too.
Or do you think part of it is in the winter too, or is it just we're aging state? I don't know.
They don't say, but they say we have the highest fall rate in the nation.
Well, that's not good.
Oh.
Pick up those feet, heel toe.
But contrast, they said definitely you need contrast.
Because even if you're not looking for it, your brain picks that up right away that there's something different.
And then this whole mental adjustment you have to make in terms of you're trying to walk like you normally walk, but you can't because of the pain. And so, just being able to, it's kind of this idea of pain and what pain can do and how pain influences us more than we realize.
It does.
And I was talking about physical pain, but people dealing with emotional pain. But when she said that to me, she said, like, yeah, your body's telling you, remember the last time you stepped like that? We're not going to do it this time. And then you adjust. And then the other piece of it, you begin to compensate. You see this with pitchers, right? Like they can hurt their leg. Well, you figure, it had nothing to do with their arm, but it has everything to do with how they deliver the ball.
Yeah, how they throw.
So now they make an adjustment, and then you throw something else off. Happened with Tiger Woods, right? Your body can only, after being with you all for all these years, your body, it's a machine, but it's also about trying to protect itself. That's where inflammation comes from, right? I mean, it's all these little things that you don't think about. So I'm hoping tomorrow, it'll get a whole lot better. We'll see.
And that's why people that are blind learn how to walk in their own homes. They don't, that muscle memory, their body knows there's 3 stairs here. You just, whereas when you're feeling around, you're kind of stepping awkward, but after a while you develop that muscle memory and your body remembers where to go and all of that.
We had someone from Vision Works came and talked about how you can protect yourself in your home, and that's where I got the contrast. You got to make things contrast so not everything's not the same color.
Well, the other thing is that we have 2 levels.
Yeah,
the stairs.
A lot of Milwaukee houses have 2 levels.
The stairs is hell. I mean, it is. I hate to use that term, but that's what it feels like, man. As I start off upright, and by the time I get to the top, I'm like all bent over. Because you're just trying to avoid the pain. The pain is just. But then I think about what about people who are constantly in pain? Where where they're able to. I mean, anyway. So enough with my. Frailties. We got a caller already. We haven't even started talking.
Well, we all have frailties, though. We all do. And as we age, Julia and I were in Hilton Head, and I couldn't walk for the whole time we were there. Right, Julia? No more than about 10 feet. I was in so much pain.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
June, yeah.
Stalker.
Good morning, Keith.
What up, Tyro?
Good morning. They're on detail. Let them get their rest. Let the crickets get their rest. They got to come with me later. Messing with them. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning.
Yes. You were and have a great, successful conference there with the young man. Your event there. You know what? Yes, the body is a healing element. I mean, you know, there's, especially with my legs, there's more days when I have some, with my legs, some itching and some pain, but my right one there, I got a blood, still, I limp all day yesterday at this blood clot of mine.
Are you on blood thinners?
I was, Keith, you know, they gave me,
I get back on them.
It was like Zorex or something. Huh?
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
And it made my heart feel heavy. I just took myself off of it. I went over to Isaac Coggs. I talked with Dr. Enid Trotman and Dr. Mines, and I got them from there, and I was on them for about a little over a month. I took myself off of them because they made my heart feel heavy. But my mom said, well, just take plain bare aspirin, you know, or something like that. There. I don't know, but anyway, what I was calling for was, I know that the skin is our biggest breathing entity, other than our nostrils and our mouth and, you know, our throat and lungs and stuff. The James Bond Goldfinger woman, I think it was. She had paint spray painted on her, I believe it was. Whatever, you know, they made her gold. They remember the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
She was stressed out there, but she was all gold there. Now, wouldn't she have? They would have to use paint thinner to get that off of her. Now, wouldn't that make it more dangerous there with those chemicals in that there? And then also the Ohio Players woman, Honey. The album Honey there. I think she died from that there.
No, she didn't.
She didn't? Okay.
Alive.
All right, okay, I stand corrected.
But you know what? The woman in Goldfinger, the way that they did was they just had to leave a patch of her skin open. So that's how they were able to get around that. That it's interesting you talked about that. But yeah, there was a patch where the skin still could absorb. Yeah, it wasn't total. So, and then you got to remember, movies are optical illusions.
Well, how did they get the paint off?
They do it in a space that you couldn't see, because based on how she was posing, it could have been in the back where you didn't see it.
Right.
Okay, but I don't know what would have happened with the woman with Honey. I mean,
if
one of the greatest album covers
of all
time.
I can understand if your pores are all blocked up, then you got to get in the tub with the shower right away.
Right. And it depended on the type of paint that they use.
I was just going to say, I mean, it depends on the type of paint. Some things are easily removed. They don't require anything to actually break down the substance.
Right.
Because chemicals, even, you know, I used to be director of safety, so I'm all about, you know, safety and chemicals, but even your household chemicals, if you read the label, they're telling you should be wearing gloves when you use those, because you absorb that stuff through your skin, and over time it can cause, you know, kidney disease, things like that. But we don't listen to that. So
but isn't that how, I think that's how mustard gas had worked.
Oh yeah,
it absorbed the skin.
It was absorbed through the skin.
Agent Orange.
Yeah, a lot of our infections and things are direct contacts, you know. Some things are airborne, but more things are by direct contact, and it gets absorbed into your body.
And T, thank you for this.
Okay, thank you. I'll listen to the radio.
All right, appreciate you.
Thank you.
But and this is a summertime piece. Wanda Sykes was doing a whole thing. I don't know if you've seen her special, but she talks about how Europeans bathe differently.
Yes.
Than did you see? How they bathe differently. But this time of year, you know,
or don't bathe.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not, but
yes.
How important is, though, you know, for us to try to keep as much as the natural oils on our skins as possible.
Yeah, I mean, we should do that. We do. You know, we're probably the only country really that is obsessed with the way that we smell. So we cover everything, you know, sometimes harsh chemicals are many of these things. And a lot of, and I don't want to pick on a brand, but I won't say it, but a lot of these even lotions and stuff that we buy that are scented, that are expensive and they feel good, they actually are drying. I mean, for a period of time, they provide moisture, but they're really, with the chemicals in it, they really are more drying out your skin. And so, yeah, it would be nice if we did that. But, you know, even as a kid, before I went to school, my mother rubbed up my body with Vaseline. Talk about clogging the pores. But I was shiny and cute. I was the only brown one in the whole school. I was the only one shining like that. But I went to school shining every day.
That's our brightest student.
Right. Keith, yes, Keith and I would say in every way possible. Yes.
She is our
So
brightest
we
student.
just
This
wanted a reflection on the outside of what was on the inside. But yeah, I was, but we are, and not everybody has, some people do need a lot of moisturizing. Some people's bodies produce more oil than others.
Well,
We have
actually
oily
using
skin, dry
moisturizer
skin.
now. I actually do and I make an investment in the lotion that I use, because you said something which probably gets to America, where you do design obsolescence or create need. So if I give you a lotion that's going to dry you out, what are you going to have to do?
You're going to put more on there. So
Right.
you're going to have to buy more.
But I've seen the difference. And then there was a young lady on, she works down at, is it Versity?
Versity?
Yeah. And she came on and she was putting some lotion on, hand lotion. She said, when you can hear your skin, it's dry. And ever since
and
then,
in black folks, you don't need to hear it. You can just kind of look and see the cracks in your skin, or what they say, you ashy.
You're listening to Community Voice. We're inside Be Healthy, Be You. Miss Julie Means, Miss Brenda Buchanan. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Julia Means on WNOV 860 AM and 106.5 FM.
Welcome back. June is Men's Health Month. And I wonder why Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day is coming up.
So, again, men, this only impacts you. It's good to go in and check your prostate health, see where you are. Now it's more of a blood test, right? And see what your
the PSA.
What your PSA is. So it's not as invasive as it was, but certainly when we think about prostate cancer, and I think it was one of your doctors who, I don't know where I heard this. It could have been, but anyway, where they said, dude, you don't die from prostate cancer usually. I mean, it's not one of those things where it's lethal. It's usually it turns into something else, correct?
Or as it spreads, if it's not, if it's not caught early, and it, just like other cancers, it has a chance to spread outside of that prostate. And that's when it can spread to really any organ once it gets in the lymph system. And that's where you start to have more problems. But even with that, people are doing really well with treatment. Like Julia says, chronic disease.
The second leading cause of cancer death.
After pancreatic.
Yes.
Right.
So
second. I just saw, I didn't really read the article in depth, but I did see that they said there's a drug out there right now that seems to be rather effective in helping people deal with pancreatic cancer.
It's a pill, I think, and it still is probably the highest for
Rhonda
death,
lost her dad to pancreatic cancer. So.
Yeah,
they go quickly.
Yeah, lost my best friend to pancreatic cancer, but it's so much better than it was, though. I mean, so much better.
And I think when we talk about men's health, maybe a more expansive conversation. A lot of what we deal with is lifestyle related, right? And so also, we want to talk about diabetes, but a lot of, if we could just kind of change behavior, but the older you get, the more difficult it is to change behavior.
I mean, it's no different than Julie and I can both tell you. We see a patient outside and they've been inside on oxygen and they're outside smoking. It's hard to change. You have to want to change, and even then it's really, really hard to change.
Oh yeah, I think as we get over it, and then there's a certain comfort in routine that we enjoy, and even now we're trying to eat. I'm thinking, I'm a little bit more mindful of the caloric intake. Trying to balance, but I'm really off balance because I just need more greens. I just need more green vegetables.
And if you've always prepared food a certain way, it's hard to learn to prepare it other ways. I have, patients that absolutely love fried chicken. Most people do. And they're like, what do you mean I can't eat fried chicken? Nobody's saying you can't eat fried chicken, but you shouldn't have it every day, right? Or you shouldn't have it. It shouldn't always be fried. Let's try some other ways too. You can still have fried chicken, but you shouldn't be going to Kentucky Fried Chicken every day. Or even 3 days a week. That's a lot of fried food. We know fried food brings a lot of extra calories, puts you at greater risk for cancer.
You need to stop looking at me.
Yeah, I'm looking at you because I'm talking to you. Don't we have to look at each other to talk?
No. When she's in the fried chicken, she's looking right at me.
Well,
when you
hey,
but you
know what? I didn't call you out like Shakina does.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just talking hypothetically.
No, but I think that you're right, and that we it's good. I was just thinking about though just how blessed my food is. Why, Julia?
How blessed your food? Because you blessed it. Why?
The olive oil.
Oh,
because of what you said?
The olive oil.
Oh, you bless everything. Yes. Let me sprinkle this.
But no, I mean, because when you, I was having a conversation about this whole thing about anointing. And I thought, well, yeah, it was just olive oil, right? And what gives it, but no, cook with a lot of olive oil. A lot of olive oil. you know,
deep
it,
fry in olive oil though.
you can't because it
No,
doesn't maintain the
yeah,
heat.
the set point is not. It'll burn too
Well, I
easily.
say though, like peanut oil.
Peanut oil, canola oil, which is really neutral, so it doesn't raise your cholesterol.
Yeah, I mean it's
you know, you can use that. Vegetable oil is a little bit more towards the inflammatory and can raise your cholesterol, but not canola oil.
You know, with men, a lot of times they do have pain, they do have symptoms, and they ignore them. They
until you can't.
until they can't. They are usually sent to the doctor by a woman. But they need to have a primary care physician that they see on a regular that would tell them the exams that the annual and the exams that they need to take. And that hopefully they have a relationship with that primary that they can talk to them about some of the issues that they do have. Because prostate cancer is not the only prostate issue that men have. Yeah. Hypertrophy. And it is miserable for men.
Right. Yeah, they might have difficulty urinating. It might be painful. They may not be able to. So their bladder is filling up and that's painful. None of those should ever be ignored. And sometimes we know fear is one of those things that keeps us from moving forward a lot. And so, you know, then they automatically think, oh, it's cancer. It may just be, you know, you just need something. You might have to take a pill for the rest of your life. So to decrease that, you know, prostate, it's not always bad. But, you know, if your kidneys you're getting back up in your bladder and into your kidneys, that can cause some long-term problems. So you want to get it fixed right away.
And I don't know if Tom Joyner did this in the month of June, but maybe it was October. You know, take your loved one to Doctor Day, where, you know, you kind of go in and I just have a goal right now. I want a lot of these orange bottles to disappear. The need for those orange bottles to disappear. That's all I'm, you know, and I never really like taking pills. So now I got 2 just maintenance pills that I take for blood pressure and then for cholesterol. But the other pills I'm taking now is just more for dealing with the sciatica right now.
Yeah.
So
a lot of men also deal with gout. Have you had?
Don't get me those stuff. No, I've never had. I never had, but I was at a Super Bowl party. I know you're listening, Mark. I'm at a Super Bowl party. They talked for half an hour about gout.
Yeah, it can be just devastating. It can really knock a person out.
What causes gout? What is that's inflammation, correct?
It's a gouty arthritis, buildup of
uric
acid. Most often contributing factors are meats that you eat, shellfish, alcohol. You know, those are things that if you are prone to gout, you really should avoid. You know, your beef and your.
So I heard, is it uric acid? So what is it when women are pregnant? What is the acid that they take when there's something that vitamin
we don't take or are you talking folic acid?
Okay.
It's one of the vitamin B's.
No, that's what I'm.
It's one of the vitamin B vitamins to help with neurological
You know what? I almost
deformities.
Had my Healthy BU medical
You're
degree.
good.
Yeah.
So, and you see gout more in men than you do women.
Right. Well, I think it's but it's nothing like from time to time a good steak.
Yeah, time to time is okay. But, you know, there are a lot of men and women that are big meat eaters, and they eat a lot of meat every day because that's what they like. And, you know, shellfish contributes to that too.
Allergy.
Oh, you have allergy.
Oh, so then you don't have to worry about the shellfish.
I can't do the scrimps.
Can't do the
scrimps. And there's also testicular cancer.
But that's usually for younger men.
It is.
That's usually 18 to about 30. Usually it's more likely that that's going to happen then, right?
Yes, correct. But you should talk to your young men about it.
Because
young men are not going to the doctor unless they're hurt.
Right.
Right. And usually it's when they're really hurt and there's been some damage done.
Right.
You know, you want to get there before.
And look, let's kind of health insurance kind of builds on the fact that one, you're not going to use it,
Mhm.
right? Because you're younger. But even then, I never had regular physicals when I was in my 20s, and the only time I saw a doctor was usually to deal with something, right? It wasn't, and then not feeling, but young lady just passed, Amani Lawrence,
Mm.
and she was 29, 30, but she had a rare form of breast cancer that she got in her early 20s.
Mhm.
And yeah, so you think about, because you don't think young women and breast cancer, but in her
We're
case,
seeing more and more of
They're
young
younger
women
and younger
yeah,
now.
but this
with breast
was,
cancer.
yeah, where it so, and I don't know if I can use this. There's a certain randomness to life, right? I mean, it could be, my understanding, there was a history of cancer in her family, but sometimes it's just, why did
Me. Why did it pick me?
yeah, I mean, it's and it's like, you can't explain. You knew Angie McDuffie, right? I don't know if you knew Angie McDuffie. She's church clerk in Metropolitan for many, many years. And Angie had a form of lung cancer, but Angie never smoked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's can't.
It is weird. My niece died of a rare form of placental cancer. She was 23 years old.
Yeah.
It was from piece of retained placenta. I mean, there was doctors around the country were making up the treatment. I mean, she lived for a couple years, but it had spread to her lungs, and that was really what did her in. But she was 23 years old. She left 2 little babies.
Yeah.
For us to
and how
raise.
much of that though? And again, I'm gonna I always use the term agnostic. I'm gonna become neutral on this. All right. A lot of this is just the evolution of organisms, right? And somehow they can line up in such a way that can create conditions. So I mean, that's part of all that goes on. You go like,
and we are exposed to so much more than we were before.
But I think since we've gotten on this planet, I think we've seen that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where you go in and the certain viruses, and then over the years we adapt to it, and so then the body can build up. So I think if we look in the moment, you think, oh, but then if you look at it in its, as much as you can, in its totality, you understand that a whole lot of this is leading up to this, and we're going to be exposed to even more as we go forward.
Well, you look like sickle cell was a positive thing in those rainforest areas, and Africa and over in parts of Asia, where it was a protective measure. It was beneficial for humans. It kept them from developing malaria. But
and that was one of the reasons why then they brought enslaved Africans to the Caribbean, because somebody had figured out, okay, they're able, because Europeans were dropping like flies when it came to malaria. And yeah, so that was part of, and again, and that's what, anything can be used for a positive or a negative, but there was some doctor who said, you know what, they're better able to survive this, and that probably went into the calculation. Thank you, Pope Leo. Pope Leo.
He apologized.
He apologized for the use of scripture in the church to justify colonization and enslavement. So I appreciate that. This dude, I like him.
Yeah, he
I'm
has.
not Catholic, but I like him.
He definitely, there has been quite an influx of young people back into the Catholic Church, and I think a lot of it has to do with him. They are seeing a pretty significant increase in young people going back to the Catholic Church, because he's standing up for the things they believe in.
Yeah, and when you're young, man, you really usually those things matter till you get older. You become grayer. No, you do. I mean, becomes, there's a lot of things that you can factor in. You're an adult now. You're listening to Community Voice for Inside Be Healthy, Be You, Miss Julia Means, Miss Brenda Buchanan. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
and 106.5 FM.
What's happening?
I pulled it out too quick.
I had my Kojic moment in church Sunday.
Did you?
Oh, I had a Kojic moment. All I wanted to hear was "He's a Wonder" in my soul. Oh,
Get you all teed up.
I love that song. He got that. That is the beauty. We were just talking about the vastness of God and how we get to that. So it's Men's Health Month. Certainly, brothers, let's be a little bit more mindful of our health. Keith, practice what
and
you
especially African American men. I mean, you're 2 times more likely to die of prostate cancer than your Caucasian counterpart. So at 45 is when you should be getting your testing done, unless you have a first degree relative, brother, sister. I mean, not a sister, brother, father, then you're going to get that test even earlier, at least age 40, maybe earlier, depending on the age that they had it. But it's not anything to play with, you know. And like Julia said, if you have a primary doctor, they'll know that, but you need to tell them those things too. You know, they don't know that maybe you have a brother that had prostate cancer. Maybe he wasn't even somebody you grew up with, but you know, those things are important to tell.
And I think that, and it's not just in our community, many communities. I just did a session with a group of men on Saturday, and I pointed out that the importance of paternity is also, it gives you certain access to another, like what was going on my dad's side of the family. Biologically, that's going to impact me. So as much as you know that, and again, I don't know, we, you know, you need a license for a dog, but you don't need a license to create children. So there's a whole lot of stuff that you just don't really know. I remember my cousin. We don't have a lot of first cousins, but my first cousin, she had called. She was dealing with, oh man, a real serious case of cancer and some other things. And she knew what was going on her mom's side, but she wasn't. So she called my uncle, called my aunt, called my brother to say, well, do we have a history of cancer? And then even for my family, I'm talking about my immediate, then there are 3 different families, right? Because we all, as my friend said, all have our own dad. So, you know, it's what your family history is, what my family history is. So I think when we have that conversation around Men's Health Month, understand that it's a whole lot more. Don't ignore symptoms. I mean, I should have got in with the sciatica when it first onset, but you know, I'm a soldier
Tough
through
it out.
Oh yeah, I'm a man.
Walk it out
until you wake up one day and can't get up.
Yeah, I tried to put on that aloe black and it just didn't feel the same.
No,
I used to. I walked like I put on that aloe black. I'm a man. Oh, come on, man. I'm a baby talk. But let me talk about this too, because this is the season. Excuse me, where if you're talking about diabetes contributors, how we eat in the summertime.
Yes, barbecues, all those foods, potato salads, pasta salads, all those things, cocktails that people don't, margaritas, you know, all that stuff tends to be.
Not the margarita.
The margarita is loaded with sugar
and salt.
High sugar.
Well, it depends on the margarita.
Yes, but they do have a lot of sugar in them in general. That's why they're so high in calories. But, you know, we eat, especially in Wisconsin, we only have a few months of this warm weather. So you got cookouts all the time, you know. I never eat a brat in the winter, you know.
And sometimes I really do have a taste for a brat.
But to have it on the grill, that's a whole different thing, right?
What about people burning their food?
Yeah, we know that raises the risk of cancer with burnt food, the carcinogens and burning it. But
what are some of the other contributors when we talk about diabetes? We obviously diet, and I would say if not all alcohol, there's a sugar content.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it? It was Clarence Avant and Quincy Jones was having a conversation, and Quincy Jones was talking about his diabetes. Clarence Avant said, it wouldn't be like the bottle of wine you drink every day, would it? You know, so things
a
like
lot of sugar and alcohol. And in alcohol, because it's going to be processed in the liver, right? Your liver's got a variety of roles, including storing excess sugar for when your body needs it. You know, that biofeedback system says your blood sugar's low, I'm going to dump a little extra in there. So when your body is dealing with alcohol, for some people, their blood sugar might go up, but then later they may totally bottom out. And so that can be very dangerous, especially if certain medications you're on, even though it's sugar and increases you, because your body is dealing with that, it doesn't have the ability to say, oh, let me dump this extra glucose in the body as your blood sugar is going down. So you can bottom out on
is sugar
alcohol
high
too.
real for kids when you hear about this whole sugar high? Is that a myth?
Oh, yes.
Well, have you seen kids that had a lot of candy and how they behave? Bouncing off the walls. Now, it doesn't last long because they go down, but
Because they burn up the sugar.
and your body releases insulin to try to get rid of some of that sugar.
I heard this one Black physician talk, and she said, you guys be real good when you coming to see me, and I'm gonna check your blood sugar. But I just want to tell you that the test that I give you tells me what your average has been for the last 3 months.
Right. You could have done real well for the last 3 or 4 days. Yeah, labs are going to tell me
I picked the
anyway.
wrong day to quit eating donuts.
Yeah.
Right. Might as well eat that donut.
So you should know what your A1C is, and it should be less than 7 if you are a diabetic. If it's less than 7, then you are controlled. But if you're pre-diabetic, it was 5.7.
5.7 to 6.4 is pre-diabetes, and then anything over 6.4 is diabetes.
There's a lot of people probably walking around now and don't even know.
Oh, the
that
number
this is
of
true.
undiagnosed people with even pre-diabetes
Yes.
is extremely high.
That's when we want to get you. That's why you have to have a primary care that's going to do that A1C. Because if you're pre-diabetic, you don't have to become a diabetic. It can just stay in that pre-diabetic stage. Because once you go
Cross
over
it's a
and
lot
become
harder.
a diabetic, it's not. You can always have your blood sugar low, but you're just still
Still considered a diabetic.
with average.
Because if you stop doing all those things that are keeping you in control, whether it's diet, exercise, all of those things, you're going to go right back up. So people say, oh, I'm not diabetic anymore. No, you're just controlled. You're managed. You may have been able to do that through diet and exercise, lifestyle changes. But if you stop all of those and go back to what you were doing, those numbers are still going to go right back up.
And, I wanted to just bring up some things that I know African-American men suffer with, and it's difficult to get treated. The hair, when the
ingrown hair,
that ingrown hair, because of the curling of the facial hair and beard,
and also the because I've dealt with it, it's also oils are building up in there, and then you can get a little.
And the way you shave. You should shave with the way the hair grows, not
grain.
Against, even though it's easier against because you
Well,
get
that's
more
how barbers
hair.
would do
but
it.
that's
but you should get a dermatologist because they really do get inflamed and
infected.
I have all kind of scar tissue in my face from having cysts that had to be removed by a dermatologist.
Yes, and depression.
Yeah.
Did you say about that? Say baby face.
Oh, you don't have that.
Smooth
as a baby
bottom.
Baby bottom.
over here.
Baby bottom. That's what we're gonna call you. Hey, BB.
Yeah. Call me Babyface Edmonds.
So you don't have that problem.
Oh no, my dad got, he got the full. My little brother, but I think it missed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I had I just generate a lot of oil, and I was dealing with acne in high school. So
Really?
it kind of it was. But I never used magic because that was such a corrosive. It was just learning how to
smell.
Learn how to shave.
So what
It's
about
like
that
that
whole thing? Bump
nair
no more.
stinks.
Did you use that?
Yeah. And here's the other
Bump
thing.
no
You
more.
know what helped me? People talk about it. I was at Jenkins Barbershop
On Center Street.
on Center Street, and we talk about everything in the barbershop. And I think I just shaved my head, and the guy said, "You know what you need to do? You need an exfoliant. I'm an
Exfoliant.
Witch hazel.
Mm.
What witch hazel does is it clears out the pores, so then all the dirt, the oil doesn't back up in there. So
And it doesn't dry. And it doesn't dry you
rubbing
out.
alcohol dries out your skin.
Dries out your
No,
skin.
don't do that. No.
Really?
Which
Use the witch
once your
hazel.
skin is dry, you're more at risk for infection.
Yeah, don't do
Wow,
the alcohol.
I used to use rubbing alcohol a lot.
No. Use witch hazel.
So why
Witch
is it-
hazel is not, because women use it basically the same kind of thing when they're taking makeup off.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that when they cut your hair and they give you a liner, they use that rubbing alcohol to.
Well, yeah, they'll do that because they're trying to fend off what they think is infection. You
Yeah,
get the
Mhm.
razor
Face,
bumps
use
and
them on your line.
right. But
Some
no,
places use witch hazel.
use witch hazel. I'm telling you, I never after that. I rarely had a shaving bump.
Really?
Mm.
Yep, because if I kept my pores, and then here's the other thing you do: this all day, and all you're doing is moving bacteria in your face.
Yeah.
So because I am a face toucher, but no, when I do not do witch hazel now I'm at a point not generating as much oil. And then the other thing was, if you're athletic, you're creating all of that when you're
Oh, it's
sweating,
sweat glands, yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And so it's. But that witch hazel, that changed my life, man. That was over 30 years ago. And that guy said that to me and was like, and it was right. So even like if I shave my head, I'll go in, I'll do witch hazel. But now, there's some other things I do. But moisturizer is important too.
Wow.
But you want to keep those pores open
Mhm.
as much as you can.
So what about peroxide?
No,
Peroxide's
that's
a corrosive.
Great for your teeth, but
Yeah,
no.
but it can eat the enamel off your teeth too if you use too much of it. But it's corrosive, so which means it breaks down everything.
Yeah.
So now, if you had an infection, but even then, now they've kind of gotten away from that because it does damage to the skin or the wound.
You know what they gave me though? I had some hot grease on my foot. Remember it? And the podiatrist gave me silver nitrate.
Mhm.
Gave
So
me silver
we use that
nitrate.
for burns.
Yeah.
So now I don't know if this is a home remedy or if this is whatever, but they say if you have a sore throat to gargle some peroxide. Now I've tried that when I was
That
younger,
is
and that
not
actually
ta-
worked.
It's not tasty.
It don't
No.
taste great, but it actually
Mhm.
works.
Mhm.
You gargling it.
Mhm.
Well,
But you
depends
have
on
to wonder
what's causing the
if
sore
it
throat,
actually worked or if the virus is just living its lifestyle. It's living its life. So it goes, a virus, we treat the symptoms like if you have a sore throat or a runny nose, but if it's a 3-day virus or a 10-day, it's going to run its course. And so a lot of times what we had with this overuse of antibiotics, people would go in, they demand, doctors were giving out antibiotics like they were candy. Well, what it did is it just breeded
Tetracycline.
resistance. And so people who have viruses, you're like, oh yeah, I feel so much better. Well, you were probably at that point where your body was,
It's
that
passing.
virus was being healed anyway. But we think it's because we had the antibiotic. But antibiotics don't work on viruses. And so as a result, though, then we breed more resistance. So that makes it harder for us when we do get certain infections. The antibiotics don't work.
Because it kind of gets back to how we started. We're constantly evolving.
Mhm.
And these organisms,
They're evolving too.
right?
Mhm.
It's all about survival, right?
Mhm.
And everything that's out here, that's an organism. Its basic purpose is to survive, right? I mean, that's what they say, the first law of the jungle, survival.
Mhm.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that's something that is usually in every African American medicine cabinet
Yeah.
is peroxide,
Peroxide.
but it shouldn't be.
Mhm.
Y'all missed the discussion on people didn't know what a hot water bottle was actually used for.
Yep. I know. My mama had one.
And just so I
Big
know,
old red
yeah,
rubber bottle.
like just so y'all know. And then we did have a medical conversation about douching and
Yes.
why.
It's
And I
not
think in the
healthy.
80s and the 90s began to tell women to
Stop.
stop because of what
Again,
was
it does
doing.
the same thing. It
Right.
changes changes the pH, and then bacteria is more likely to grow.
Brenda, I know you gotta go.
I gotta go. Oh, I thought you said you got it though. I'm like, what?
What you talking about? Hey, you see Sarah's face?
You saw her face. I'm like,
What?
trying to get me back from that earlier
Right,
conversation.
right.
I see how it is.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
wow, Keith.
She said, "Yeah, you gotta watch him."
Every now and again,
Ooh.
he'll cut you.
Brenda, you got it though.
Like,
What?
what? Cletus? What you talking about?
Right.
We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get this last call.
Oh, man.
Good morning.
Good morning, Keith. Good morning to your panel also. I heard you speaking about what you use to avoid heat bumps. Let me roll my window up. My truck is a little loud.
Uh-huh.
But I heard what you were saying about the witch hazel.
Yep.
You use that. I shave my head as well.
Uh-huh.
But do you use that on your face when you get done shaving?
Yeah, and it's funny because I try to use this. I use a hyperallergenic shave cream because But yeah, I mean, all you're doing is just cleaning. You're just cleaning the pores out. Just trying to keep those pores as open as possible. That's all you're doing. So make sure
I
you
don't use any type of. I just I dry shave.
Okay. Ooh.
Look at you. Yeah, I mean, it don't. I don't bump up until like a few days after.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying every day when you. I don't know how often you wash your face.
I wash it every day, 2 or
Right.
3 times a day.
Right, but then make sure that you know, because what's it, is exfoliant? Is that the
It's
word?
oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah. And what it's doing is it's just opening up,
Mhm.
just making sure that you're not having anything in there because it's also the hair's curling, but it's also the oils that are in there.
Mhm.
There's dirt that's in there.
Mhm. And it helps with inflammation
Right.
too.
So
just a quick question for you. Should I use the witch hazel like right after? I mean, of course, after shaving, correct?
well, I think when you wash your
Okay,
face
and-
also.
Every time I wash my face, I have to use it.
Yeah, if you ever use something and see like I know alcohol, you really see it, but with witch hazel, you'll see the dirt.
Uh-huh.
The dead cells.
You see the dead cells
Okay.
that's coming off. So
Do you? I'm trying to make sure I get this right, man. I literally cannot
hey,
stand.
man, don't do
bumps on
this
my face
because
or
I'm
on my
practicing
head.
medicine without a license, and then you're gonna be all bumped up and say, "Didn't you say?"
No,
Go to a
when you
dermatologist.
when you put the witch
Right.
hazel on, do you rinse it off?
No, you just use it. Put it on a cotton ball or what is those little
Oh,
No.
like a little gauze pad.
little gauze pad, and just,
Right.
just clean your face.
Okay. I was just wondering because I heard driving and I'm hearing you talk about how you avoided bumps for so many years.
Yeah, because
And
I'm
I
telling
can
you
do
at
the
one
same.
point, but I just used this. This I had the sharpest razor. I was dealing with
Uh-huh.
pain. Dude, I looked like I was in a knife fight.
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks ago because I didn't realize how sharp.
Mhm.
So I just now was like, oh, I don't have to push down this hard. Man, I had a slice. I got band-aids on. It looked like I had been in a razor fight. And the razor won.
Okay, thanks for the advice. I'm gonna try that, man.
All
See
right.
how it works.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
I hope it
appreciate you.
works. I really do. And if it works, please call back and let me know it works.
I-
Because I know you're going to call me back and go, man, you told me that was the dumbest thing.
You done sent this man to the hospital.
I messed them all up. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say, I know that's something that Black men suffer with.
Oh, yeah.
That needs
Especially when
attention.
you're younger because you're
Yeah.
generating all that
all
oil.
that oil.
And we don't do a real good job of face maintenance in terms of how we take care of our
Mhm.
face, our skin. And so you get that. But I see women that can come and take that makeup off. They're doing all of that. They add moisturizer because you can dry the skin out. And that's the other thing too. Good moisturizer is great.
So, question: where do blackheads come from?
That's a clogged pore.
Or, yeah.
So that's all it is a clog.
But some people are more prone to them than others, especially if you have oily skin.
Oily skin.
More people are prone to them.
But the young Black men now, they go to the barber on a regular,
Mhm.
and
They take care of their skin.
Well, and you're seeing more and more young men growing beards.
How?
to deal to not to
Yeah,
deal with
well,
that.
it's also
Genetically,
stylish,
they're
but they're
just- you
growing
can't help
beards,
it.
and so once it's grown out, but I can get that. Let's say I don't shave for 4 days or so. All of a sudden, I can feel it,
Mhm.
and so I go in and make sure I'm keeping those pores open until I get to a shave.
Mhm.
Wow, I miss you all so much.
I know. It seems like it's so long
I
before
know.
we come back.
I know a lot of stuff has gone on, happened in between.
So again, prevention in the park.
You got it.
Yep.
That's Thursday, June 4th.
Yes.
Water Tower
From 3 to 6.
from 3 to 6.
Yeah, it's that big. Yes, if you're right by Columbia St. Mary's, you see that
Yeah.
right there.
It's the turn.
Mhm. And you'll see people out there, so you know. And parking's not bad.
You know what's
either.
gone now?
What?
The snake.
What's the name?
Remember over at Lake Park when you used to go down to the lake and we do the snake where they closed down?
Oh, really?
You can't go down the hill
No,
anymore?
well, there's all kind of stuff with erosion. And stuff
Oh,
like
I
that.
didn't know
And
that.
so man, it's been years. It's been years.
Oh.
But that was always the big thing. Oh man, we gotta go to the lake and we go down.
Yeah,
Nobody
that
ever went
path.
down North Avenue
No.
going down that turn. But anyway, Julia, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brenda, thank you.
Yes.
Clark Kent, thank thouest. Thee did a wonderful job today. Thank thou. Thank thee, right? Apostle.
Bishop, chairman of the board,
Apostle.
superintendent.
Apostle.
God bless you.
Oh Lord.
I feel like it's offering.
Thank you.
I'm supposed to raise the offering.
We were talking about Matt King Carter, one of the greatest preachers God ever produced. But Matt King Carter, when we preaching, it sounded like he eating the best pork chop you ever heard your whole life. That's just how what's the word, palatable his tone and his voice was. So appreciate you, Apostle.
Well, Bishop, I would like to thank God for allowing
There's
me.
only 5 people that call me Bishop. He's one of them.
God bless you.
He's one of them. There's some people. It started off as a joke. So late Angie, a couple other people, Pat. There's some people that call me Bishop, Anita, right out.
I feel like that name is appropriate.
Well, my middle initial is B.
Oh.
Hey, y'all, the good Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. We hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, go from this place in peace.